Them were the days, weren't they? Back when we all had hope and change on our minds. Good evening, folks, and welcome to the 100th episode of our video blog, Modern Kokomo Talks. I'm your host, Nick. Tonight, we're in downtown Kokomo waiting for the President's 191st visit. As y'all know, both Mayor Goodnight and the President were re-elected last year, and the federal government has continued its support of Kokomo in saving it from becoming a dying city. It ain't worked out as well as we'd hoped. With unemployment in Howard County at 44% and more than half of the folks here on welfare, well, sir, it's been tough. We sure did have fun with them pretty curbs, two-way streets, and trolleys for a while, though. Oh, look, here come the President. Welcome to Kokomo, sir. If you're looking for the mayor, the other elected officials, the police chief, or anybody, they're all down in Bermuda at a conference on how to sell small-town bonds to the Chinese tax-free. I imagine they'll be back 3 weeks from Tuesday. Since no other press is here, would you mind answering a few questions from us?
I'll work with anyone.
What a deal. Our first presidential interview ever. Eat your heart out, Bill O'Reilly. Mr. President, you come here to address Mayor Goodnight's proposal that the federal government take over all of Kokomo's debt and prepay the city's budget for the next 4 years. Since you've been so supportive of the community in the past, how do you plan to proceed?
It's a balanced plan, a rising tide of borrowing by sticking our children with the bill, taking on wasteful spending that does nothing. I believe we can do that again.
Well, sir, how would you approach the serious questions folks have about the huge federal deficit?
Now, one plan put forward by some Republicans in the House of Representatives aims to reduce our deficit by $4 trillion over the next 10 years. I believe their vision is wrong for America. I don't think that's right. To give back a little more. To restore fiscal responsibility, we'll reduce spending in our tax code, costing us jobs. At the same time, we'll damage our economy, infrastructure, and clean energy. That's how we've balanced our budget before. So that's my approach to reduce the deficit.
Well, sir, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but then again, I'm not a Ivy League graduate. Last question. Of course, folks here been out of work for some time and want to know when things will improve. Can you help us out? What would you tell these nice people?
Thanks for listening, and have a great weekend.
Well, that's this edition of Not in Kokomo Talks. What the hell?